It is Friday, and once again, it's time to check out a board game. And this time, we're checking out a very difficult game for me, HUES and CUES. And why is this game difficult for me? Because I'm slightly colorblind. So this will be fun. All right, so what you're going to do is just open this up and let's talk a little bit more about the game and then go over how to play it. This is from the amazing company, The Op, which focuses on a lot of really amazing games. Recently, we have checked out games such as No Mahalo, as well as their myriad of licensed games where they basically create things like Yahtzee and Monopoly, but with themes specific to certain franchises. This game here can be played by people 8 and up. They recommend 3 to 10 players, and it can take 30 minutes to play a game they average. Here is our really colorful manual. And then here is our very large game board. That is a big one. I think we just get it all in there on the screen. That's crazy. Then we have, let's see, player boards, player pieces, and a myriad of cards. So the game is pretty straightforward and easy to kind of cover. But first things first, let's talk a little bit about this. This is going to be an integral piece of the game. This is your cage for setting up and denoting where are the points in the game. I think I'm doing that right. Okay, so we'll go over this in a second, but this is important to integrally built. It's important to note that the 2s are on the inside and the 1s are on the outside, and that'll become important later. Then you have these game pieces here, and they get distributed to the players on the board. So you'll see here that you're going to have a multitude of your color. So everyone takes one of their piece and places it on the scoring board. Then on the player's turn, they will pick a card off the top of the deck, and they will choose a color off the card. And it's denoted with on the board so you can see where it's located. For instance, this is K7, so K7, right there. And then you're supposed to give a one-word clue that tells the players what color that is. One word. So you could say, for instance, lemon. And then the players who are in the game, which would be these, simulating a 3-player game, will pick a color that they think, one by one clockwise, is the closest to lemon. Then once they've picked one on the board, you will then get to give a 2-word option as the giver of the color, and you'll go like egg yolk. And then they will pick a color they think better matches that in counterclockwise order. And then you take this piece here as the giver of the color. You're going to place this on the board with the center of it matching what your actual color was. So K7 was my color. Anyone that lands directly in there gets 3 points on the actual color. Anything within the box gets 2 points, and anyone adjacent gets 1 point. So, for instance, we're actually doing a 4-player game. For instance, these 2 right here, green and gray, they're going to get 2 points. Then their tokens are given back to them. Orange only had 1 adjacent, so they only get 1 point. And then gray was adjacent, gets 1 additional point. The clue giver gets a point for each one that was in its container. So there are two, so two within it. The gameplay continues then clockwise, the clue giver basically rotating to the next player, and so on and so forth until everyone has gone twice in a 3 to 6 player game or once in a 7 to 10 player game. And then you compare all the points to see who won the game. It's a pretty fun game, especially if you are like colors or you're in the art field, because knowing your colors is really important. But it adds a color element to games like charades, which is really cool. This is a pretty short one because the concept is really easy to understand. It's just really fast paced. But we could run another round, but it's all the same thing. You're giving out clues, you're letting people put their pieces down, and then you're putting the scoring down on the board and then racking up the points and see who wins. At the end of the game, the person with the highest points wins. That's all it is. It's a pretty fun game, though. Good for larger groups because it can run up to 10 players. And frankly, it's a good swap out for games like Apples to Apples. People are just like being crazy. This is a more specifically like I don't want to say low energy, but more focused game, and also very fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to watch our next Rants review next Friday, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.